I'm Congressman Jim Costa, and on this rainy day here in November, I'm happy to be with Andrea
Yes.
and the wonderful people with FoodLink that does so much for Tulare County. Today, we're cooking a Portuguese soup that has been handed down in our family for years, and you'll find this under the heading of Caldo Verde, which means a green soup, basically. And the main ingredients for this very simple but wonderful tasting soup is kale. The Portuguese like to use a lot of kale in foods that we prepare. And, the base of this Caldo Verde, this green soup, is potato base. And so we start off with usually Yukon potatoes or russet potatoes. You can use either. And you boil the potatoes so that they're really cooked all the way through because that's the base of the soup. So I believe these, well, let me finish with the different ingredients. So it's a potato-based soup, and the green part, the green soup, is from kale. And then the other ingredients, again, it's a simple soup, is Portuguese sausage, Portuguese linguiça, and you can chop that up in a number of different ways. And then onions are an important part of it. And then a little garlic's always nice, I think, and a little unsalted butter and olive oil. So it really is, these are the primary ingredients.
Yeah, and when I was shopping for the ingredients, it was very affordable, very accessible to our Valley folks. I think all of this was under 20 bucks, and it served 6 people.
Yes, and that's important because the FoodLink is always trying to find ways in which you can provide a nutritious meal for a family, and the cost is always a consideration. And so Andrea, I think great minds think alike. Put the sausage here. Okay, perfect. And then we'll want to move this around here. And if you can help me, maybe we'll lower the temperature here.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But I just like to mash the potatoes here to get, again, it's a potato base. I hesitate to puree the potatoes because I like the little pieces.
Texture.
Right, for the texture. I'll also put the garlic in here. And then why don't we put the onions in here.
Yeah, go ahead.
And saute the onions as we're doing that. You can do this different ways. I mean, if I'm making this soup in an afternoon, I'll do it in different stages. It's a good linguiça that you have, and the reason I say that is because some of it's very fatty.
Yeah.
And the reason you don't have to do the sauteing, but I think it's better to do the sauteing, especially if there's a lot of fat in the linguiça, because you want to drain that out before you put it in the soup. But this has hardly any fat in it. I don't even think we're going to need to drain it.
No, it's nice. It took the onions in the juice, so it's going to soak up all that flavor.
Right, that will be good. Now we're pouring the base of the soup. And if you were at my house, Andrea, because a bit finicky, and we were from this ball,
Yeah.
I would put this in the sink and I put water in it, because when you're a single household like I am, you not only cook but you clean.
As you go, yes.
And I like to clean and cook so I don't have a mess at the end, right? Nobody likes to have a mess at the end. I'm going to put this here in the sink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. How about that? Perfecto. And I'll put this in here. So, Jim always trying to clean as he cooks. So here, 2 tablespoons. So how's our timing? We're about 15 minutes into this process, knowing my mom and my grandmother. I say, how much of this, Mom? How much of this, in Portuguese, the word for grandmother is all, A-B-A. How much of all? Oh, Jim, you know, I don't know. You put a little pinch and then you taste it, you know? So much of what we cooked was, you know, to taste, you know, so trying to figure out these family recipes, complete with to taste. Now, I'll need that.
There you go.
Put this in here and mix it here with our soup, our base for our soup. Well, I would suggest that you serve this tomorrow for lunch. By that time, well, I mean, we can certainly taste it here, but so you want to continue to stir this a little bit?
Sure.
Now again, cook as you please. So, okay. So why don't we putting the kale here with the soup and stir that. We'll chop some more kale because I like a lot of kale. And we've decided, Andrea, what? The kale is good for us because
There's a lot of iron in it.
a lot of iron. So my staff's here and they're saying, maybe you really can cook. How's that looking?
Pretty good. It's coming together. It's thickening up. The potato starch is in there.
So let's experiment like I usually do.
Okie dokie.
So let's. Okay, let's try
That
that.
looks about right.
Is this a soup that you think you might want to try someday?
Yeah, I think.
Depends how it tastes.
Yeah.
You know, that's the ultimate test. Let's try that for now.
Starting to get something to taste.
Yeah, we need to, as my grandmother would say, or my mom, well, Jim, you know, to taste, you got to taste it. So I always taste all my food as I'm cooking, but I like salt and pepper. I'm accused sometimes of overdoing that. Okay. Want it to simmer, and then what I would do at home, I'd put it on low, and I'd cover it, and we've got all this part done, and then I would come back and about every 15-20 minutes taste it. And I'll tell you the other thing that's really good with this, if you can, is some good bread. If you have, I prefer a rustic bread, maybe a Basque French bread or a baguette or something, but a nice bread with this wonderful tasting soup, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say it for the purpose of this video, but a nice glass of wine.
I think we're okay.
makes for a wonderful meal. Well, we've done it. Success, my
Yes.
friend.